Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. The gentleman sent me this photograph and wants to remove the background, and there's several ways. A lot of people just hand trace it around. And so I kind of did that and got it close. So I've got an outline of the gentleman, and I'm just going to select them both. And I'm going to go to the intersect tool, and now I have the gentleman kind of cut out. So it's going to save a lot. So then I traced it. I just went to trace. I actually used high quality image, and it came out pretty good. And here's the bitmap, and here's the one that I started. I traced. I'm going to save you the boring steps of that. And then I'm just taking the pick tool, and I'm going around, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is boring and not much fun. But there's a few secrets when you get to a part that has like right there that we can deal with, that jagged part, or maybe a deleted. I've already done, like one side of the gentleman. So I'm just gonna, and just maybe keep all those grays, might just be the shirt, especially since it's his, I think this is actually a picture of him, he would know more what it looks like, and you could go off the regular picture, but I'm just going around, I'm deleting it, but I'm watching out to make sure I'm not doing that right there. So I needed to back up. When I got rid of that blue, it got rid of too much of his knee. So you need to kind of be wary, because you don't want too much gone. See, like that's going to take the whole thing, but we can correct that. And this is still part of the background, so we're just going to go over it real quick. And you can see how kind of rough it is, and there's probably some people out there that are laughing and kind of commenting on how I'm doing this, but I don't do it that often. This particular picture is a little harder because there's so many different colors. Last night I did the baseball player, and basically it's just a couple of colors. And really on this picture, I don't think he'll ever do this picture. He just sent a picture. Don't know how, because there are some, his feet are almost invisible in the real picture. I don't know where his shoes start and where his, there's actually something there. It's kind of a fuzzy picture. But how we could fix something like this is then you take your shape tool and click on that, and then just start deleting nodes. Don't delete them all, but we could actually probably delete all these interior ones. We could right click and turn that into a line and see we lose or we gain some of that. I actually need to get that node back and, bring it out here. And then you don't know which way the white is, but if we move that over, you get rid of the white. And that looks a little bit funny. You always need to, there is a peak in there. Just take your shape tool and, do something like that, and maybe delete some nodes, and you could always, right click and make them lines like that. I'm going to take these two and right click and turn them into a line, and then you can I think we can be good with that. Now, don't worry about the smoothness right now. Let's just take this picture. This is all broken apart, so we can use the boundary tool. Hopefully it will not cause too much trouble. And take a little bit longer, I must have a leak, but that looks pretty good. So now what you can do, and see I filled in like where part of his hair was missing, I just made it connected, and like the shoulder right there. So now we could, because we've nudged, we can take the smoothing tool and smooth this out. Now this is, it's not rocket science. It's just, we're trying to remove the background and just kind of go over the whole thing because we're going to use this to cut out his picture. And if, we took more time, let's make our smoothing tool a little bit bigger. The bigger is better. You need to make sure you're selected on the item. See, there's where his foot's really messed up. I don't really know what is going on there. But we need this roughness gone. So I'm going to call that good. Now we're going to take our original picture, and because we've nudged, we can put it right there. And we're going to go here and intersect. Look at that. The background's gone. It's pretty smooth. You know, you could still change this. You know, if you see something you don't like, all you have to do is take your shape tool and just start moving things around. You know, now you've got the picture to deal with. You know, depending on what you're going to engrave it on, you know, like especially around his ear, you could actually take the smoothing tool and make it quite a bit smaller now and just smooth out around his ear. Make that. And if you're going to engrave that on some tile, for the one I'm doing it for, you're going to want to start with a clearer picture. But he just wanted, I think, some ideas on how to do it. And whenever you see a node like that, when you click on with the pick tool, sometimes you'll have a hidden node, but sometimes it could be nothing. You know, down by his foot, there's a couple just traces of something. I would always maybe see if you couldn't grab it, but it's really not there. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching. And you know, you could take this same picture and now put it in, you know, in front of something. You know, another, you know, instead of having a fireplace and keyboard, whatever that is, you know, you could have an American flag and put the person in an American flag. I hope that helped just a little bit. Thank you for watching.